Hello, everybody. How's it going? I'm running a little late. How's it going, everybody? Hello, all my peoples. I'm here, everybody. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Let me get some air. It's hot. Here I am. How's it going? How's it going, everybody? Welcome to tonight live. Welcome. Please share the live with others. Have y'all been noticing my new shirts? Welcome, everybody. Welcome. And no matter what the circumstances is in Haiti, Haiti is beautiful. And we definitely seek to tell the whole world that through Life in Haiti. How's it going? So I know y'all see the title tonight. Let me know if you all can hear me, can see me well tonight. And as we get started on this live, you all please share the live with others. And I also have some amazing stories coming up, you all. So starting next week, be prepared to welcome something different to the channel. Y'all like my y'all like my hair tie, my little bonnet. Thank you so much, Mr. Stallion. Thank you. Hello, Mr. Seal. How's it going? Mr. Jackson, Miss Jocelyn, Marie Noog, Sun Lee, Miss Lucille Candle, Caroline Newton Isaac, Haitian Warrior King, all of my peoples, welcome tonight. Tell a friend about the live, you all. Share the live. So tonight, you all, I specifically titled the live, Why Are People Like This? Hello, sis. Welcome, Arlene. Welcome, sis. I titled the live, Why Are People Like This? For various reasons. And I actually planned on making this a open call live too, so that I give you all who would like an opportunity tonight to actually come on here, chat with me. If you do not want to show your face, you do not have to. You can just speak on the title. So have you checked out my last video? Because if you haven't checked out my last video, you may not understand why I titled my live like this. But this may not just be a Haiti thing, okay? I am realizing that this inflation, things are just going up everywhere, and people are just doing whatever to get money, right? In a way. And it's really, anyways, before we go left with it, I'm going to speak on what brought us here. You all know we have below the line, below poverty line project, which is going on now. And I want to ask you all to please, you all, kindly share this GoFundMe with other people. I want to close off that project. And you all know it is not easy when we are in a building project because we have all sorts of expenses. So I'm asking each person that is on the live tonight, if you all could give out $1, I have over 10K people. You all, let's make a difference. If 10K people gave me $1 tonight, we will build 2 more houses, okay? 2 more. And understand that when we build a house, this is a forever thing. I love these projects as much as I love any other projects, but it is even bigger when we offer shelter to someone, especially in a third world country. So I just want to thank each and every one of you all. So let's get into the live, right? with our projects, you all, a lot of the time I do my best to get the most out of every dollar which comes into Life in Haiti. Well, because of me at times speaking Creole the way that I do, and maybe my demeanor, okay, not being raised in Haiti, always smiling. I don't know. It is something about you that was not raised in this country that it's like, okay, automatically they just smell it. And you would think in a way that people would protect you, and some do, some does, but not everyone. So I micromanage, but I micromanage from the background because I've been in Haiti long enough to learn about, how some of the stuff's supposed to go. But when we're dealing with delivery trucks, certain things I allow the bosses to take care of, and then I come in and actually do the transaction just to make sure that everything goes the way it's supposed to go. My sister, you carried 5 people. Thank you so much, Son Lee. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you. So I allow my bosses to have some responsibilities because first, it helps me from getting neglected in a way by them hiking up the price whenever it's me. So in several, I have 2 things against me somewhat in Haiti: a woman and also not being raised in our country. So when you send out the bosses to take care of certain things, right, the bosses usually make the best deals. And then I come in and play devil's advocate because if the bosses get it for 1,000, 99.9%, my bosses will tell you, I'm going to come in and I'm going to say 700, okay, and stick to that. But if the bosses give us a good price, then I stay on that. Make a long story short, on the last video, okay, we were needing gravel delivered. And in the process, we needed some wood, okay, to coffrage. Moun mwen yo kap gade, nou te bezwen fè coffrage pou senti fondasyon, okay? We wanted to basically fill up the foundation with cement. So I didn't want us to purchase those because this is not something that we'll need forever. This is something you use for 2 or 3 days, and then 2 or 3 days afterwards, the bosses go in, they take it out. So I felt like it would be best if we rented this material, and when we were done, return it. We did that. So in the process, I allowed Boss Mike to find the gravel, pay for the delivery. The same guy is going to stop by, pick up the stuff, yada, yada, yada. Y'all, I'm telling you, at times, this is not the easiest job. You have to love doing the type of work that I do in Haiti in order to be able to do it, which is why now I respect so many people that tell me, that they do not have the patience. They could not do the work that I do. And the more I do what I do, I start seeing some of the biggest issues in our country. So y'all, please share the live with others. Please share the live. Share the live, you all, so that we can get the views up. Share the live to show some love. Share the live for the hard work. I am everywhere for my peoples. Anyways, I'm not going to get off track, but I tell you all the time, it is not easy being in Haiti and being a YouTuber, okay? And y'all also saw that in the Mardi Gras video. Whenever you pull out a camera, it is the biggest issue. So anyways, we paid for everything, and the guy come. And I'm leaving Boss Mike to be in charge of everything, to film everything, because I also have someone else who is waiting on me in the next town going down. Before I knew it, I look up, the truck is coming. So I'm happy because now I get to shoot it myself. You are, as soon as this guy saw me, kou mesya we figim, li chanje bagay la. As soon as he saw me, you all, he had flipped the script. And I hated that the equipment was giving us problems, that you all did not get to hear the whole interaction. So you all continue to lift me up in prayer. Continue to lift up the people in our country in prayer, because in many ways, you all, is our behavior conducive to the future of our country? What exactly are we, the people living in Haiti? How are we representing our country by behaving like this on a daily towards each other? Soon as he saw my face, he instantly got mad. He put his price up $500 more and said, no, I only, pas connais c'était pour lui. Hey, get back, guy. Like, I didn't know it was for her. What does it matter who it's for, right? Shouldn't the price of everything be universal for whoever it is? Does it matter who walk in Best Buy? Does it matter who walk in Walmart? What the prices is? Now, remind you, because I was raised in the States, a lot of the times when we are on projects, I make it my business, you all, to make sure that we don't misuse anybody. I don't ever want to get to the point where we misuse guys for their strength, or, you know, being a truck driver, where truck drivers make money, and then in Haiti, they're driving a truck all day and not making money. So if I say yes to a price, I believe it is good in matching with what you would get in Haiti and what we are agreeing to do. Basically, we want to bless not only the people we are working with, but also the people in the community, thanking them for the work that they do in the community. This guy, you all, had completely flipped out, on the bosses, refused to accept the money. It was crazy. And I'm telling you, I know that some of y'all have told me about how tough I am, but you have to be tough, you all, in order to be able to stand your ground, to survive in Haiti, because some of the people, you want to know, why are they the way that they are? Why? We know the state of this country. Why do you judge me just because you assume that I look different? And when I say I look different, I know people are saying, Marie, well, what the hell are you talking about? You black too. And I know. I am Haitian. A dark-skinned one, I don't look any different, but to them, you look so much different. So tonight I said, you know, why are some people like the way that they are? These are the many reasons, you all, why our country continues to be in the state that it's in. Every day we have people in Haiti who are crying and complaining about the state of this country, yet they fail to realize that even their own behaviors towards each other is one of the biggest reasons why Haiti is the way that it is. Now, I want you all to, from what you are seeing, do you think that I handled the situation well? Believe me, exactly what you saw. Someone said, Marie, well, what happened afterwards? Everything I filmed was exactly what happened. As soon as I got done speaking and I said what I said, I gave Boss Mike the money. I told Boss Mike, look, my material just better be at my site, because we already paid for it, and that's it, that's all. It doesn't change just because it's me. It shouldn't change, because what's the difference? Regardless if they did it for you or either one of my bosses, you all represent life in Haiti. It should not matter. Stallion. You carry 10 people. This go wherever you see it fit. This was funded by the Gangster Bankster Fund. Thank you, Stallion. Thank you. And I want to welcome everyone. Please share the live. Share the live. I actually just came back from Jacmel. That Jacmel trip was a one-day trip. Beautiful. I did not intend to catch up with Mardi Gras, but I'm glad I did because I got to film the day that I was there and get to share it with you all, our culture, and showing you all happy people. It was it was a beautiful thing. My first Mardi Gras ever, you all. And I don't know if y'all know, but the whole time I was at the Mardi Gras, I was definitely afraid of those masks. I don't know, but I kept telling myself, like, they're not going to do anything to you, Marie. You going to be all right, girl. Even my cousin, he noticed it. He's like, Kuz, are you afraid? They're all bad. I'm like, oh, well, like, but yeah, it was real nice, you all. Seeing our people have fun, seeing them enjoy each other for once, seeing them not worry about the madness and foolishness that continues to go on in our country. I just say continue to lift up our country because as you all can see in other areas, it is definitely worse, okay? Definitely worse. Miss Ruth says, hi sis, what city are you in, please? I am in Port-au-Prince, Haiti. I am in Port-au-Prince, Haiti. Mr. Jackson, you carried 20 people, 20 people. Thank you so very much for your continuous love and support of Life in Haiti. Thank you so very much. So you all, I am pretty sure that my moderators would also share the GoFundMe. Share it, you all. I am not solely asking you for no money, okay? I am asking you to just share the GoFundMe with others. I was sharing with a sister today that is just to show you just how awesome God is, you all. He has been showing me who he is in the background, in the midst of it all. Let me give you all, and I'm going to do an open call in a minute, you all, because I've already shared the link. But I will give you all a quick testimony soon, okay? Miss Gloria, new member. It says, hello, Marie and LIH family. Praying all be well at all times. Stay blessed. Thank you. Miss Nora Mission, welcome tonight. I've already heard many people who try to do work in Haiti say they can't help there because of the same. That's right. I know a few good people who have started to do the same type of work that quickly got discouraged, okay? And one of the biggest things that I have to do every day is overlook a lot of my peoples and always stay focused. Do not allow anyone to lead me but God and continue to lead. Because I noticed too, even when the youth, a lot of them share their visions and desires here with others, quickly you have someone who throw water on it. Because a lot of people have given up hope. So when they see you come in helping, because of all of the news, the millions of dollars which goes through Haiti, a lot of people assume people like myself, and they don't have the education to understand how we get paid, who's making money, who's not making money, because I am the last one to associate NGO with, okay? But their mind don't go that far. When they see you helping, automatically they assume that you have it. They do not understand that you do have people like myself, that it doesn't matter if I have anything. What matters is if I leave this world tomorrow, if I left this world tonight, that I left a legacy behind. If I am no longer here again, I know during my stay in my country, I made a difference. I know I did something. I may not have been able to touch the whole country. The whole country may not know my name, but the people that we came in contact with, we definitely made a difference. And a lot of our people forget there are people like myself. Many of you all who support Life in Haiti, period, you are great hearted people. I have a special audience, and my audience definitely is people who are pushing to see a difference. I believe not just in Haiti, but in many third world countries. Tizo says, how are you, Miss Marie? Suggesting I let the locals handle all my negotiations when I'm in DR. I like the local prices, not the gringo without argument. Well, I do let the locals negotiate. Remind you, I was not around, and I am specific about this. Like, my bosses will tell you, I'm like, we need, okay, they come, they tell me this is what we need. And I tell them, well, you go get it. And then you tell me the price. And if it's something which I've purchased before, y'all know we've done many projects, so I still have the prices of what we paid last based on how much things have went up. So I'm able to say, okay, I agree or I don't agree, or I negotiate with my bosses. But the thing is, after you agree on a price, and then when it's time, when it's delivery time, vai me figure, madam. I'm telling you, our country, our people, we could be something else, man. My sister says, Haiti to the world. Please share the video with others. Share the video with others. Miss Patricia, hello, sis. Hello, everyone. How are you doing, guys? New member, thank you so very much, my sister. Thank you. Miss Nora says, I think the people talk amongst themselves and believing any one of us coming to help or making money off them with our projects. That's very true. They don't understand that everyone is not coming in with government money, that everyone is not coming in with big funds, big money, and that we're actually asking the whole world to be able to make the difference in which we're making. So I have open call, you all. I will share the link again. So if anyone would like to come in tonight and speak on that, or if you have a question, however it is, I'm sharing the link tonight. You are welcome. Please, no profanity, and keep it nice. If you have questions, whatever it is, you may come in. And one of the things I would like for somebody to come in and speak about is the inflation basically going on everywhere around our world, how things have become so expensive, which is why I feel like so many people, especially in Haiti, feel that they need to make every dollar which they can, hike up prices, be somewhat rough with each other in business, because it is turning to survival of the fittest. And this is not just a Haiti subject. This is a subject which the world can relate. All day I am hearing about how things are even hard, even in the U.S., how so much have went up, how the prices of things is so expensive. The prices of gas is so expensive. So please share. Joel Cruz says, Mrs. Marie, I saw your interview with Russell, and as a Dominican, I have to take my hat off for your respectful treatment of difficult issues. Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Cruz. Thank you. Difficult issues, you all grant us the ability to use our problem-solving skills. I think growth comes from difficult issues. And attitude is everything. So it is all about how we embrace things which happens in our life. We can decide to be victims of it, or we can be overcomers. And I'll choose to always be overcomers. So I will share a testimony with you all tonight as I wait on someone to come in on the live with us. You all do remember our We're on our third house, the second house project which we built, which is up in Redwood. And that project was a very, very difficult project for many of you all who remembers watching it. And if you've yet to check it out, if you're new, please subscribe to the channel and definitely share with others, okay? Well, when we got done with that project, as soon as we were done, hello, Norman, how's it going? How's it going? As soon as we got done with that project, there was a ton of problems up there in that neighborhood. Remember, some thugs, you all came in that neighborhood. The family had to run off. We were going back to do a food drive there. And on the way out, you know, we got the phone call and I could not come up there. And it was very, very painful for me in many ways, because here I am trusting God that wherever he sends us, okay, whatever project that I get myself into, for us to start and finish it. And not only that, for it to be a great benefit to the recipient of that project. So it was very, very sad hearing the news that as soon as I handed the keys, hours later, all of these thugs was all over. But I'm going to share something with you all. Y'all share the life. Share the life with other people, okay? See, when you are blessed, when God is the one that is guiding you, don't worry about nothing. And one thing for sure that I believe is that life in Haiti is highly favored. And I always say everything attached to me wins, but I don't think I even understand the term of what I'm saying. But today, as I was getting ready for live, thank you so much, my sister Simply Natty. Thank you. I received a phone call, and it was from the lady, the child's mother. She was all excited. So I'm like, come on, yes, c'est l'autre bord. And she was out in hiding. And as I was talking to her, I asked her where she was, and she says, oh, I'm back home. So one of the great news, you all, was that the neighborhood is back okay, and she is back home. But I'm going to tell you the biggest testimony of all. Remember, while we were there, you all, I told you, when we're at a project, there are certain things I don't share with my peoples, right? Because we never know what we're getting into. Because keep in mind, when we are helping people who live in poverty, it's kind of like going to Third Ward, Houston, Texas. You're going to get some third ward activities going on, okay? And a lot of times I've came into pretty scary situations because either they're going to get jealous of that family, and there was a lot of jealousy of that little girl. Imagine she was the lowest in that area, and here we came in going through multitude of obstacles, not allowing that to get in the way, conquering it, and getting the project done. Many people lied, they stole. And one of the announcements I made up there, because we're in lost land, you know, no security in Haiti, I told them, I said, you know, for anybody that have me to pay them for something that is Life in Haiti money, I want to let you know that Life in Haiti money is blessed money. This is money of people who work hard, praying people who have a great heart. You don't know how much it means to me getting in front of the screen and being able to put out a story to move many of y'all, not just to watch it, but to actually help to make a difference in that story. So that money is blessed money. So when you think that you're going to misuse me and they doing that in a bullying way so that I can argue and fuss with them, I don't do that. And I definitely didn't do that up there. But that's where God showed us favor. So share the life. Yeah, there's different gangs in Haiti. You have G9s, you have the Katsamawazo, you have the Gravin, you got all these different groups that are all fighting for territories. While I was up there, I fought with the lady to begin with to not, to have us rent her somewhere. That was the objective. And we do a business to get her stable, to get her going, okay? But she really, really wanted to have that permanent little spot because she had that piece of land. Okay, we gave that to her. But in the process of us working there, I noticed so much, you all. And I just sat back and do what I came to do. Well, when I started having difficulties with us getting the sand wave from down the mountain, people were messing over me. Then some guys stepped up. And these guys were really just around observing. And knowing me, being an observant being myself, I always kind of felt it was abnormal with these guys, but I didn't say anything because they were real nice to me. So as I share this story, you all, no matter, my mom used to always say, "Mka dormi, mka vive avec diable." My mom would always say, "I can live with the devil because kindness kills it all," okay? Well, these guys stepped up and they're like, "We want to help you." And I'm like, "Well, fais prix avec, negotiate a price. How much would you know? Just get us some beers and this and that, and we're good." And I'm like, "That's it?" And they're like, "We're good." They had their own objective too, you all. Whatever it was, I don't know. We're not in that. It's not for us. But I want you to know that even when you are in a bad situation, that God will protect you. They helped me to get everything done up there, to get the material that we needed done. We finished that project. In that project, y'all, after what happened, with what I've heard that happened up there, if God was not with us, if we weren't kind to people up there, if we wasn't sent there by God, very well today you all could have still been saying Marie was a good person, because I could have innocently got caught up in the madness up there, okay? We got done with the project hours after we handed the key, you all. So much happened. The family had to escape and leave. It broke my heart. I really didn't know what to do. And in that circumstance, I personally just gave money for her to escape, but I knew I could not get in front of the screen again and I'm asking my peoples for assistance. I didn't know how you all would embrace it. I didn't know if I would be judged. I didn't understand what happened. I'm like, God, I know you sent me there because through all the difficulties, you saw me through this project. So, je nous dis en Haiti, ou était tranquille, So I just, sit back and I'm watching everything. And here I come to for the person, Stallion. I'm coming. So today I get a phone call and she tells me she is back at the house. But I'm going to share with you all why God is good and why each and every one of you are. And I'm not telling you this solely for Life in Haiti. I'm telling you this for any and everything that you do in your life. Who you do it for, who you do it with, you are blessed. And I'm like, wow, is the house there? She says, yes. She says, my house is untouched. They didn't touch anything. I said, well, did they steal the furniture? Yo volé furniture qui te la donne? She said, no. And I also got to talk to the little girl. It was such a good conversation that I actually recorded the whole conversation. It's just to show you all that when God is on your side, then no weapon formed against you shall prosper. So I was discouraged about that project, but God had bigger plans. because in the midst of everything that went on up there, the house Life in Haiti built is untouched. All her furniture is there. And she also told me not only is her furniture there, that now the road is built where she is able to, she says, you're able to just drive straight to the house. So at some point, you all, the goal is for us to go back up there and get an update. So I wanted to share this with you all to let you know that sometimes God work things out in ways we don't understand, but let him work it out. But through everything in which you do, you just be kind and ask him to guide you. And when you don't understand, you just, my only advice is do what I did. Let him take the lead. So today was the best news that I heard, that the house, the furniture, and even the little girl, she was so happy. She also shared with me that her bed is still there and she sleeps on her bed. I asked her if she had sheets. She told me, yes, the sheets that you gave me, that even our sheets were still there. Just how awesome is God? Y'all know that these guys, they're really, really hard-hearted people. But one of the things I can tell you is I know they were watching, and I know they saw that that girl is doing something good in our country. That's why I ask you all to pray for many of the young men in our country. I believe one of the main reasons why they are doing what they do is to survive. It doesn't make any excuse, but the fact that they recognize people who are doing good work, that no matter what they did, they knew not to touch God's house. Look at God. So just wanted to share that, you all. So we are on our third house. You know what? I got plans for life in Haiti. Just getting started. And I'm not giving up until I see it to completion. I'm not giving up. I love what I do, and there's nothing else I'd rather do. Absolutely nothing else. Simply Natty, you've carried 20 people, 20 people. How's it going? Thank you so much, sis. God bless you. Thank you. Love you. Tizo says, Miss Marie, why didn't you invest in the construction tools for later project? Invest to save for later. You are right. I have invested in some tools, but the planche I have not. And I probably will do that. Buy some. You know, I'm having issues myself with my own living situations. But once I get some stuff settled, Tizo, I promise you, you're going to see some transformation and some growth with life in Haiti. You definitely will see that. Every day I am working towards that. But that is a very, very good idea. Like we have a lot of our own tools on these projects. Yes, we do. Ghetto Flower, welcome, welcome. My sister Caroline says, amen. Nora's mission, amen. Exactly why I'm fixing to come down end of this week. It's important for me to check on the children I help there. Even my white self, not scared, but God. I always say, don't be afraid. Don't allow fear to guide you, because when we allow ourselves to be guided by fear, then we lose our market. We got to trust God in every situation, because every day we wake up, no matter where we wake up at, it is an opportunity where something bad could happen. It doesn't matter. We just have to be careful. My sister Trinina says, good evening, Marie. I love your testimony. Such heartwarming to hear. God is good and faithful as long as you're doing for others. God bless you in life in Haiti. Thank you so very much, my sister. Thank you. Haitian princess says, "Amen. Is God? If God is for you, who can be against you? Tell me who, sis. Who can be against you?" Clara says, "God works in a way to let others know He is in control. Praise you, Lord, for your mercy and grace." Amen. My sister Kay, Kay in the house. Hello, Marie. My light went off just before the live. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, sis. Love you. I'm glad to have you. Hello, Marie and Arlene. How are y'all? Hello to the Life in Haiti family and team. God bless each and every one of you all. Hello to Miss Clara. It's been a minute and it's always good to have you all, to have you on live with me. My sister Patricia, you've carried 20 people, 20 people. Thank you so very much, sis, for your love and support of Life in Haiti. Thank you so much. So we have Stallion as one of the people. So I'm gonna bring Stallion in. Are you able to hear me, Stallion?
Yes, I am. I'm right here.
I do apologize for keeping you on hold for so long, and I hope that you were able to hear some of the stuff I was talking about.
Yes. What's the topic at hand? What do you talk about? Inflation?
The topic in hand is, why are people like this? And were you on the live?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. So I want to know, why is it that people feel that it is okay to just hike up prices or to switch up? I want to say, especially in a foreign country, okay, people are able to get away with that easier in these type of foreign countries, and not be held accountable for it. Why do you think that is? And I want to get a broad opinion, not just a Haiti opinion, because I'm well aware that inflation is all over the world right now.
Okay. Well, I mean, the bottom line is that and it's not a Haiti problem. You could go to probably any non-industrial country in the world, which makes up probably a little over 200 countries you could put in the same box. There's no transparency. There's a lack of transparency. And that's probably why some businesses don't want to invest, because of that very issue that you're running into. And I'm going to just use an example here with wife number one's project. She runs into the same problem. This is over in Ghana. When you go over, and if you go, if I go over and try to get something, they're going to put the highest price they think they can get out of me. If I don't go into a store where the prices are marked, and I just go out trying to, they call it bargaining over there. I call it negotiating, to try to get items, from a vendor or somebody that doesn't have the prices marked. They try to market for whatever it is. And the problem, the overall problem is that because of lack of transparency, they're short-sighted. They don't see that person is, they don't think that person is going to do business with them again, or they're just not thinking ahead to tomorrow. If they have a good relationship with the person that's making the purchase, then, hopefully that person will be back if they run a business to get their materials from, in this case. But obviously they don't think that. Their mindset is not in that dimension. And it just goes back to a lack of transparency. It goes all the way up to the government. They see by example. And just in Haiti and other countries, money is given to NGOs, and then you see the money, it goes to government officials, and where's the money go? Nobody ever has an accounting of it. Maybe 100% goes in, 10% shows up at the end to what the money was there for. It gets ate up administrative costs, payoffs, whatever it may happen. And that's the general thesis of what happens. And again, it's not a Haiti problem. It happens in Ghana. It happens in other countries around the world that are developing. I mean, that's just the bottom line. So, that's my experience, what I've seen personally myself, what I observed. But that's my opinion.
A lot of people here in Haiti assume that if you speak English, number one, depuis ou parle anglais, partagez live là pour moi, tout le monde, share the live, you all. That if you speak English, okay, automatically they associate English with big money. Now, I'm not sure if it is like that in Africa. I can pretty much imagine that it is the same thing too in Africa, okay? Because it seems to be a lot in countries that we consider third world countries. We're not respecting our business. We're not representing our business in ways which we should, because people fail to realize that you need customers to run a business. How do you keep customers and how do you keep your business growing if this is how you treat customers?
Well, you don't. They're not thinking in that realm. That's the problem. That's why those businesses aren't getting any larger. If you look at it from this perspective, if you have a business that has their prices marked, regardless who walks in the door, this is the price. Now they may take a little bit of money off if you're buying in bulk, or maybe have some sort of a good relationship, where they're giving you a discount, because you're a repeat customer. But at the very least, you recognize what that price is when you walk in to buy that product, or whether it's materials, or you're buying an appliance or whatever it may be. If you notice that the companies that have their prices marked, and I'm just going to use Ghana as an example because I seen it firsthand myself when I was there. Those are the companies that grow. Those are the ones that expand their business and go to other locations because they've established a business relationship either with other companies that use their product or service, or people like me that walk in and I can just say on the shelf, this is what it is. I don't have to go back and forth with them, on the price. If I want to buy it, this is what it is, and walk out. And that's the ones that they're just running the stores. Some are running it out of containers, shipping containers. They set up businesses, and those are people, at the market. Those are the ones you have to go back and forth with. I'll give you an example. It's to the point now where wife number one, she's got to get her sister to negotiate prices of bags of cement and stuff and work with the contractors. And then she'll send the money after the fact. She can't work with them directly because when she calls and talks to them, they see it's a U.S. number popping up. U.S. number, ding, 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 ding. Then they, even though she can speak the local language and everything, they already know, okay, you're a Guyanian living in the States. You got big money. So the frustration's there. So it's about short-sightedness. That's what it comes down to. They just don't see tomorrow what they need to do to expand their business or make it actually a good living where they can, take care of their families. They're just thinking about today.
Like in Haiti, we have a saying, "Yo pa we pi loin ke point nez." They don't see no further than the tip of their nose. And that is the main issue in Haiti. This guy's reasons was outright wrong. It was outright wrong. And to me, it's like, I don't want to do business with you anymore. You lost a good customer, because imagine we still need more material and you were at least making something. This is the problem. A lot of people are in this country complaining, saying they are not able to get jobs. But when you are able to get jobs, you try to make all the money that you're supposed to make in one day, not considering that in business, you may not make money today, but it is a long-term thing. And that's an everyday thing too. I noticed, Stallion, in our country, is that people are so focused on instant gratification. They never plan ahead. They don't see ahead. They see today, right here and right now, which is why it was okay for him to be so mean. It was okay for him to be so ugly. And I know what you're going to say, remove your emotions out of it. It's not about me personally. It's a money thing. But how do I not take it personal when it's done towards me? Okay. So we'll go in the comment. Mr. Kenner says, Marie, that man's reason for asking for more was wrong. But that happens every day with car mechanics. Y'all don't get me on car mechanics in this country. For the last week, 2 weeks, my vehicle have been giving me problems. I want to say thank God I have found a good mechanic, but for you all who have vehicles in Haiti, be very, very careful. I was referred by a family member to a guy because my vehicle transmission has been leaking oil. And this guy charged me. He asked for 30 meal goods, which is $300. And I'm like, no, I don't have that. I'll give you 20. He's like 25. We end up settling on 22. I already have a big issue with my Batmobile, trusting people with taking my, it's a lot with Haiti. You never know what someone's thinking. And I am unable to do a percent of what I do without a vehicle, okay? My projects are far from where I live. I commute daily, you all, 2 to 3 hours getting to my projects and coming back home. That's a whole nother 2-3 hours based on the traffic. Do you know that my vehicle is still leaking transmission fluid? And this is presently speaking, okay? Presently speaking. Now, I finally called him. Somehow I felt like he blocked my number, and I literally felt like crying because y'all know I'm emotional because I didn't understand what I had done to this guy, but been kind, paid him, and helped his business. I called from a different number, got him. Finally, he came, and he says, well, Tuesday, he will fix it. And now I have all sorts of thoughts going through my mind. But in between that, I noticed that it was still doing this, which was, I think, last Tuesday. So I went to his shop. When I went to his shop, you all, with my car, just doing my own little personal investigation, Stallion, I asked one of his workers, what exactly did they do? Did they remove the transmission, put a seal on the transmission and the motor? The guy flat out, innocently, the way I was talking to him was like cool, like a homegirl, a sister. He had no reason to lie to me. He says, Madame, nous pas fait tout ça. He says, ma'am, we didn't do all that on your car. The guy just went under there. Et puis, même nous pas travail. It's like the dishonesty, you all. There is no customer service in our country. And now, you assuming because I speak English, all right? I am struggling asking family and friends to help me in Haiti, all right? And here you are. It was so easy for you to take my little money and not give me service. That's why I say, you know what? My money is blessed, Stallion. So if you want to steal, you want to do the wrong thing, that's on you because you're going to pay for it 10 times more. But the lack of, you use a special word for that. There's no accountability, no overseers, nowhere you can complain, and when people are wrong in Haiti, like, yo leve su, like they be all up on you. They're just like, you're the problem. I'm like, whatever. So, Mr. Kenner, you don't even know what I've been through, but it's weird you mentioned car mechanics. So if you have a vehicle, and I am not talking about my regular mechanic that I've done a live with, these people have been so kind to me. They literally take care of Life in Haiti Batmobile, but they do not specialize in transmission, which is why I had to find someone else. And the minute that I had to find someone else, this is what happens. And the problem in our country is they're always talking about like the whites, the this and that, okay? But we find it that a lot of businesses that are established by foreigners are businesses which give better customer service. You're able to communicate with them. When you are in business with a normal Haitian, it's like God, you earn money, but where is the service? Where is, I don't know. So, do you have anything to say about what he had to say, Stallion?
Well, I mean, again, it goes back to just it goes all the way up to lack of transparency, and it really starts with the governments when people see government stealing, government officials, and I'm not just saying Haiti. It goes on. I'm going to compare it with Ghana. I see it in Ghana where money just evaporates, like water in a hot environment, hot sun. Yeah, the problem is that when they see that as an example, then they look at it and they say, well, let me go ahead and share the love with everybody else and do the same thing to other people. So, it's a poor example starting from the top. But if you notice something, and I'll use Ghana as an example. And I remember when I was there, I was in an area called Oso, which is like it's like towards the beach, the ocean. It's like supposed to be a quote tourist area, OSU, on Oxford Street there. There was a guy that I had met, and he was a Guyanian, but he came to the United States when he was little. I think he was from Massachusetts, but he moved back to Ghana to start his own business, and he had a sugarcane bar. He had some other stuff going on, and we were talking, and he's educated in the States and everything, so he understands. He knows the local language. He speaks fluent Ashanti, which is the main language there. But we were just talking, and I said, why do I get such poor service from Guyanian owned businesses? I said, if they don't know anything at all, why can't they see the examples of foreigners that came in and opened up businesses? There they have a lot of Lebanese that have businesses there in that country. And I said, all you got to do is look at a Lebanese run business. And I said, you notice that they have better structure, better customer service. And I said, they could just look at them, sit and watch them and copycat. Why can't they even copycat? They don't need to go to America to learn anything. They can see it right here. But it's not resonating. It's just not resonating. In the hotels, to be honest with you, I had to stay in. They call them guest houses, some of the smaller places. They were Lebanese owned. I tried to stay in a hotel that was Guyanian owned. I was trying to, give business to locals, and it was just like one lie after another about everything. And when you go
very expensive like Haiti and give you no service.
Right. What I had to do is I was up on the game because I know how the culture is because I'm, with the girl. But I literally, before I would pay for a room, I would go to that room and make sure everything works. The lights work, the air conditioning work, the TV, turn on the water, make sure water comes out, hot water. I literally had to do an inspection, and then I would go back down to the office.
Yeah. Let me tell you. Let me tell you something. You don't speak Creole, but y'all know Haiti. You know how they say our country, they do a lot of voodoo. Now, I don't know nothing about that. I don't indulge in it, but I'm going to tell you something. I had the same experience when I went to Miagua. You go in there, you test everything worked. Wal cheke tout bagay travay lo ap cheke. Dev kou fin cheke bagay la. Soon as you get the keys, pay for it, Stallion. When you go back, you wonder where's the water. Where's the electricity? I'm telling you, I said, man, back on this Simon I said, bon job yo here. Ça ka passe là. Messiah fella on lot bagay. You wonder, you like, are these people really, really like, do they have special demonic powers or something that made this work? Because I did a walkthrough, everything was fine. And as soon as you pay and get the keys, Stallion, it is not fun. You've ever had that experience?
You're referring to your car?
No, I'm referring to hotels, especially in the countryside in Haiti.
Oh no, I didn't do that because I mean if what I explains what I did. Now what I had to do is not to discriminate. Even the Lebanese guest houses, I went just as a practice. I did the same thing. I turned all the faucets. I did everything. They're looking at me crazy, but that's okay. And here's how we did it. If we were to get a room for like a week, for example, wife number one would negotiate a lower price for the room. Okay, they have a set price, but she was able to quote bargain for a lower price. So once we established that we're going to be here 5 days, I would never pay them in advance for the 5 days. I would do it on a day-to-day basis, because if I paid them 5 days and something went bad in the room, for example, or something happened, there was no way that I was going to get a refund if I wanted to leave. They're going to keep that money regardless. So, so that was 101. I did. So every morning I would get up after I eat breakfast, I would go pay for the next day if everything was cool. And that's literally what I had to do there. Because there was rooms I went into. I can't remember the name of the hotel. It was in Oso. I think it was called Blue Gill or something like that. It was like 6-story hotel. And then keep in mind there, it's all steps. There's no elevator, even though it's 6 stories, 6, 7 stories. You're walking up the steps if you're at the top floor. But anyways, I had to literally go to 3 different rooms to make sure that they were functioning properly before I did it. Refrigerator was out of one room, the AC didn't work in another, the safe didn't work. And then finally I found one where everything worked. The only thing that didn't work, what I found is the shower the shower had like a one where you could, like a wand where you could pull it off of the head, and that was in the head, where you put it at, the attachment up there wasn't there. I literally had to pay the guy that I know over there, my wingman. He worked at the hotel. I literally had to pay him like $6-7 to get somebody from the outside to come in and drill some holes to put up a piece of metal to put that shower head. You follow what I'm saying? So this is what I had to deal with. Now everybody look at it and say that's crazy, but when you're getting outside, the outside of industrialized countries, this is the type of crap you got to deal with. So, and I was tired of going looking around different hotels. I already been through 3 rooms at this particular hotel. It was a decent sized hotel, and it was a guy hotel, and I seen a guy every day. He came here in a nice Mercedes, had his Nike outfit on. He was Mr. It. Coming in there smiling, and so that just shows you how the game works. So, I got my third world experience. I know what to do now.
Wow. Mr. Gene, welcome in the live. Guyanese Doll says hi, listening in Benin, beautiful place. Welcome, Benin. Am I pronouncing that right? Benin, welcome. Tizo says, Miss Marie, your blessings will come soon for personal living situations. Thank you. The price of iron, etc., is up. So when you get a good price on material, if you can afford it, buy in bulk for later if you can afford it. Thank you, Tizo. Thank you. I believe that everything is going to work out. It may not always work out in my time when I want it to, but we know that God is working everything out, right? Frank, Mr. Kenner says, Marie, what happens to you? Happens all the time in the U.S. and especially in Spanish-speaking countries, as well as in Africa. That's right. But you know what? And don't be upset with me, you all, if I say this, okay, Mr. Kenner? So don't take it personal. This is general. A lot of the times when you hear a story from Haiti or maybe Guyana or DR or something, and someone compared to the U.S., U.S. have a lot of issues, believe me. I was raised there, I know. But some of these things could not happen in the U.S. without that business being reported to a Better Business Bureau, BBB. And so many people report them, somebody's going to look into it. Restaurants being dirty, the health department. It's so much, because you cannot continue to make money off the backs of people and not give the services. So I don't want you all to compare some of the neglect of these business owners with U.S., because as you sit in the U.S., there are certain things that you would not put up with. It's kind of like having an Uber driver come and pick you up, Stallion, and before he could take off, he runs out of gas. In a dangerous area, that's known to be, it's kind of like people are they to a point have to be responsible. In Haiti, people are not being held accountable. Nobody is being sued. Doctors are making major mistakes. It's so much. So there is a lot of disparity in the US. I don't want to take away any of that from my peoples, okay? But please do not compare it to what's going on in these third world countries, because these third world countries, people are not getting justice. You cannot call 911. Like the way the guy was talking, it was basically like a threat. I would be able to call the police and file a report. It didn't matter if he left or stay. I could get his license plate. I can have them contact the company he works for. Something could have happened because you could not do that. So yes, there is price gouging and all of that. But all of that too comes from the top in the US. All right. And here's everybody that's doing it. That's the problem. I'm gonna go to the audience a little bit more, Stallion, and I'll let you chime in on that. What I just said. My sister Kay says, like it, share it, comment on it, tell others about it. Haiti, I don't get it. The world as well as Haiti. Tell everyone about it. If you all have yet to subscribe, you all hit the subscribe button. I'm working hard here, you all, so that we can continue to grow. So share the channel with others. Tell a friend, a sister, have them subscribe. And I'm sure ideas too, if you would like to see some different content about Haiti, definitely from Life in Haiti. Wilson Jean says, that's why Ghana is so expensive. There are areas where locals can no longer afford to live. Hello, my brother, yours truly says, I'm loving this. Thank you so much. Thank you. I cannot pronounce that, but I just want to welcome you so very much in order for me not to mess that up. My sister Kay says, don't forget the GoFundMe. Support it. It will be greatly appreciated. Thank you kindly. Yours truly says, I siento une mafia net. Oh, papa le frem. Non qui est-ce qu'a regardé là? See your mafia. Adam Mini, we are one. You are a fighter. You are on your own. Don't worry if people will support you. You are not on your own. I believe that. Thank you so very much. Adam Mini, we are one. Wilson Jean says, even Nana Adufo, Ghana's president, is exploiting the diaspora with the year of return. Speaking of diasporas, today you all was supposed to head out to the Mibale area in order to join a celebration for you all, which is the diasporas, on another YouTuber's channel. So today, actually, we want to give a big shout out to all diasporas, which is every one of you all who are watching, living overseas, who continue to look back and who continue to contribute to the Haitian movement, not just towards Life in Haiti, all the movements. Many of you all sponsor kids, helping all sorts of different things in our country to keep our country going. And we just want to celebrate you all. We want you all to know that Haiti is what it is because of many of you all dedicated, loyal diaspora people who never forget about your roots, who continue to look back to make sure that the Haitian people are doing good, and the many non-Haitian people too who also fall in the diaspora category. We just want to thank you all so very much for loving Haiti, and know that I don't think anything that's been accomplished in Haiti is not a credit to you all. So today is Diaspora Day. I should have named the title that. Frank Kenner, there is an old saying, Marie, when you know the nature of a thing, you know what to expect. So trust, but verify. Here I come, Stallion. Marie Noob says, even in us, it's hard to do business with Caribbean people, even in the U.S. You're all crooks, professionals or not. We really have to do better, you all. And then the first thing they're gonna do is talk about you for not supporting them. You took that right out of my mouth. Yours truly says Western Union be blocking people and still transfer money. Let's talk about that too, please. We will get to that. But Stallion, you may chime in.
Well, I don't know where to start at. I've
You
listened
may
to
chime in from exactly where we left off at. And I want to say that's us doing business. You spoke on doing business with foreigners. And don't get me started. So yours truly, I have a question here. He says, let's talk about Western Union people taking and stealing money. Let's talk about that too. Um, you can chime in on that, okay? But I am not aware of Western Union stealing personally anybody's money. I know that Western Union is a U.S. company, and one of the things about Western Union is they hold the rights to refuse services to anyone who they choose to. And I have also been a barrier of that bad news, okay? Because Haiti, they have it marked under fraud, some alert page because of every kind of stupid stuff that go on from the people in our country. That at times when we're running a project, if three people send, it doesn't matter, $10, okay? The third person, because it came in a different name, they can choose to not give it to you and choose to block you for 30 days or whenever they choose to. However, I do know that when they block you, that the funds will be refunded. Now, if I sent funds to someone and the funds for some reason did not get sent off, the funds will be refunded to me. Now, if it's something bigger going on, I don't know anything about that, because now they got all kind of stuff. They tracking down money in Haiti. So I don't know. What have you heard anything as far as Western Union blocking people and stealing transfer money, Stallion?
I haven't heard of it personally myself. When I think about stealing money, I think about people defrauding, in these other countries, other people sending money to them for different things. Whether it's, love and romance or somebody saying they're dying, please send money quick. That's the only thing I've heard with the money transfer. And a lot of them have those warnings on there. If you're sending money to somebody you don't know, those always at, disclosure a lot of times when money's going overseas. But that's the only thing I've heard of. I've never heard of actually the company stealing people's money, like Western Union or, I don't know, MoneyGram or, there's a lot of services out there, but I've never heard of it personally. The only service that I use, that I've ever sent money through, when I send money overseas is RIA. They usually have a better rate than Western Union, and the fees are small. But now I do money now through I forget what you call it. It goes directly to your phone, mobile money. Yeah, some of the West African countries, they have mobile money now, where you could actually literally tie your bank account out to their account, and they have like a service, a third party that basically will transfer money right through your phone to their phone, and then it could go either transfer it to their bank account there, or they can go to a pickup location like you would do with Western Union or MoneyGram or anybody like that.
Well, a lot of people are just so used to using solely Western Union. However, I want to share that Western Union, and I don't want to take this the wrong way, because as a YouTuber, we are held accountable for simple things, okay? And not only am I being monitored by people, but also, YouTube. So I don't want to seem like I'm not promoting someone, right? But there are other ways to send funds to Haiti other than Western Union. What a lot of people don't understand using Western Union sending money directly is how much the money decrease. In the event you send $100 to a family member in Haiti through Western Union, by the time that family member receives that $100, literally, they could not go back and buy $100 US with that money. Off top, there's a daily rate which is set by BIH or something, or head banking. By the time you pick up that money, the store have their own uh, rate of the day. They also charge you fees. So literally, you get $100 something through Western Union. By the time you pick it up, it is about $88, $87 US. Okay. And in addition to that, we are still paying $1.50 on every transfer. Either you pay it or it gets taken anyway when we go to pick it up. And still no one knows exactly what that money is being used for or what that money is going towards. Okay. So for myself, I encourage you all to encourage family members to open a bank account and do it where you can do direct bank transfers to them so that they can, if you send $100, they can get their whole $100. If they're purchasing something in dollars, which we might as well turn Haiti into baby America, right? And they're able to pay that exactly. We have MoneyGram that also gives services to Haiti. We have Uni Transfers. There are other transfer places that we do not, I think we solely associate Western Union with transfers, that they're the only ones that give the services in Haiti, and they're not. I would tell you from the looks of it, they are one of the big shots in Haiti. But are they giving the Haitian people service? That's a different question.
I could chime in on one thing on that. If you notice, and if you notice that the reason why the fees are high in Haiti, and even if you call long distance, they charge you, 25, 26 cents a minute to call. The reason why is that money, the rates are set by the government. And that's a way for the government to collect tax revenue, because if you think about it, most businesses, the little shops, don't pay taxes. And if you look at, like, let's just use Haiti and the DR. If you go over the DR, yes, there's a lot of cash transactions, but they have more of an established tax base over there to collect taxes at restaurants and so forth. And if you go to send money there, the fees are less. If you go to call long distance, through some of the services, it costs less per minute to call there. So I guess from that standpoint, the less of a structure of collecting taxes from businesses in a country, they're going to get their money another way, and that's money transfers. That's long distance when you call in, because it's easy to tap into that, with the companies doing business there. So that's the reason why that some of this stuff is high in Haiti, and then some of these other countries too. It's not there, but because they have no tax base.
My thing is, the US dollars is such a big thing, which this is probably another show because we're well over an hour. But how is it that the US can allow their money to be manipulated so bad in another country when the money, regardless of what country is in, represents the country? Because when you look on the internet, you have that tax daily rate, the conversion rate, which is what it is supposed to be. It is never that in our country. People who are struggling, that needs it, that deserves it. When I'm on a project, it bothers me if we get $100 something and I go and get it and it's like $88 once you pick up that money. You want to know, how is it that the US doesn't have control of how the conversion of the money is going? Why is it that it's okay for Western Union to do these things to the people of Haiti? And I'm not going to go too far into this, because I know this is an emotional subject. And a lot of the times when we go with emotions, on a subject that does not require emotions, that emotions cannot help you, then we do not accomplish anything. But it seems to me the fact remains that many of these companies continue to get rich off the backs of the poor. It's like the poor get poorer and the rich continue to get rich. That to me is exactly how I see it, because why don't you go and hustle a rich man? Why don't you hustle people who have it? Why hustle people getting $50 transfers, however the amount of transfer is, especially in a third world country? But I guess that's too much like, right, Marie? Because I guess what you're going to say is too many poor people get assistance, so we got to get our part.
Yeah, it's just a tax base. The country's not set up to set up a system to collect taxes. I mean, that's the reason why you're seeing those fees so high. Go to an average restaurant. I'll just use an example here. If I go to a restaurant and let's say the DR, just a little mom and pop restaurant, got 10 tables and so forth, there's a good chance they're going to charge me some tax when I go there to eat. Okay. If I go to a restaurant equivalent to that in Haiti, chances are there's not going to be any tax charge. There's not going to be any money that they're collecting from me, the restaurant, that's going to go to the government. And the reason, and what I'm saying is that because there's no system set up to collect taxes.
That's untrue. That's untrue, Stallion. And you can continue, but I want you to know that we do pay taxes in Haiti. We do. When I go in the store, I pay taxes. You pay taxes in Haiti. Now, what the tax money does, that's what we should ask questions. But the people of Haiti, we do pay taxes.
Right, but when you go to a bigger store, grocery store or something that it's established. What I'm referring to is a small mom and pop businesses. You go to a restaurant, let's just say again, 10 tables, they got 3 employees working in there, cook, somebody to serve, and somebody doing something else, there. Let's just say that for example. What I'm saying is that when you're just paying, it's all cash transaction. Most of those places don't even have a credit card machine. Okay, you're just paying straight out cash, right? So what I'm saying is that if I'm in a DR, a lot of little small restaurants, the government is coming through there asking, they know that they're making money, they're doing sales. They're looking for that tax to pay on when I go to eat. I'm saying is that probably in Haiti, you can tell me if I'm right or wrong. If you go to that same little restaurant somewhere out of the cut and eat, is that restaurant charging you a tax on your bill? And if they are, if they're not, is somebody from a government agency going by and saying, hey, I need to see your sales for the month. You have to pay so much off of your sales and tax. And that's what I'm saying.
Well, all of these positions, believe it or not, Haiti is a democratic country, and I have been asking a lot of questions. All of these positions, they are filled by someone. They are assigned to someone, okay? But are people being held accountable to do their job? No. We do pay taxes when we go in a restaurant. Now, who comes around and makes sure that money that the restaurant charges the customers actually go back into the community? They have that position filled, but do they do their job? No, because corruption is all from within in our country, I want to say. And I'm sure it's the same thing in many other countries, that the corruption starts from the head all the way on to the bottom. But the people of Haiti, they do pay taxes. They do. I want to let me go into the audience. I'll be right back. Marie Nook says, one thing I don't like with Caribbean people who has business, they can be very rude towards their own people. I love Haiti, you all. I love Haiti. I could never stop doing what I do for Haiti. I would not. Haiti have my heart. No matter what I do, I want to dedicate it to Haitian people. But I'd be lying to you if I told you that Haitian people have the good customer service. I don't think that class exists, period, in school. And at times, I even find myself telling some kids, We so fâché, like, why are you so upset? Smile, and it's okay to smile. Our country is so hard, and so the people have dealt with so much that maybe that is their own personal tactic as to not being kind to people, not smiling. Maybe that we've been taught that's a sign of weakness or whatever. And as you could see, it's something that's so embedded in them that even when they travel, it remains, right? It's like the service they offer, only them offers it. When in reality, it don't go like that, baby. You selling clothes, 10 other people selling clothes. And then they want to say, oh, li fè un vodou sou bagay mwen. Yo von zombie sou bagay mwen. Non, e pa zombie chéri ou pa kon viva moun. Well, they want to say, oh, somebody did like a magic on me. No, you don't have customer service. You mean you're ugly to all the customers. You always have an attitude, ma'am. I come to purchase from you and you like, what do you want? Qui s'offre, madame? And I'm like, nothing. So, and now they're trying to, say, is this person that did something to their business, when a lot of the time it's in their mind. Because I try to tell them, people, when you give people that much power over your life, then you start telling yourself things and then they will actually turn out to be true things, okay? But some of these things they put in their mind is not even happening, okay? It is solely because they do not have customer service. They are rude, they're mean, people aren't feeling welcome, okay? And the rudeness, Stallion, in this country starts way at the head too. You know why? Even when you go and speak to the manager, wow, birds of a feather flocks together for real. Because even this manager come out talking about, you looking at the workers and you like, okay, well, I see why people understand each other here. They were trained well.
They don't know any better. That's the only thing I can say. I mean, it's just ignorance. I mean, they just don't know any better because that's all they've ever seen, in their lives, and they've seen it by example all the way to the top. So they look at it and say, well, if they can do it at the top, and that's how they treat people, why can't we do it? We're the ones holding what little power, So we'll just go ahead and it's like the abused child syndrome. If you're abused as a child, chances are there's a greater chance you're going to abuse your kids.
It's almost a cycle.
Wow. So let me go into the audience so we can try and close the show in a minute. V. Levine says, hi, Marie, here listening to you. Most of my wishes that those two countries that is at war, let it be peace. Very, very true. Let it be peace. And I have not touched that subject. I will touch the subject another time. It's a pretty touchy subject for me, and I'm sure for many others, because at times, sometimes, Mama said, when you don't have anything nice to say, do not say anything at all, okay? But you are right. There needs to be peace in the world in a way, and definitely no one should have to endure living through that kind of stuff. Definitely. Philly Durham Sadu 0007 says, Marie, thank you for your community service. Thank you so much for stopping by, my brother. Thank you. Marie Claire says, I'm waiting for you to buy your own land. You are helping a lot of people. Well, thank you, Miss Marie. One of the things I will share, I should not share this on live. This is personal. I'm not going to share it. Some things you just don't share. But I just thank you, okay? Thank you so, so very much. And you all continue to keep, my family, friends, and for anyone who would like to support my own project too, you may do so. But continue to lift me up in prayer, and I believe that God is going to work things out. He's going to work things out. Mike Lewis says, my pretty smile. Hello, Mike. Ngon pil tan depi mwa oui frère koto ye la. Comment ye? Depi m'pala avec. It's been a while since I spoke to you. How you been? Florence Lisa Telford says, Marie, you are living in a country where the basic infractures are lacking. You can only expect what you have experienced lately. I have dealt with mechanics that duped me in the States too. These mechanics, boy, I'm telling you. GG, Lord, I'm tired of $1.50. They don't do anything in Haiti. Where the $1.50 tax, they are selfish. Yours truly says, young entrepreneurs like me are suffering because of them kidnappings. Right. Very, very true. Thank you, Tizo. Thank you. One Wisher says, I love you. What? I didn't understand that one. Marie Nook says our $1.50 is going to line up the pockets of all the politician thieves. Very true. Very, very true. Yours truly. I'm going to try Remit. Yeah, try somebody different. Yours truly. Donna Ramsey says, hello, Donna. How's it going? Transfer to the Dominican Republic is $5, and the call per minute from the U.S. is 7 cents a minute. But you didn't give us the contrast version, Mr. Wilson, of what it's like in Haiti. There is no accountability in Haiti because we have no establishment. Wow. MoneyGram is less expensive. Can only pick up US dollars at a bank account. Very true. Very true. Nana Jolie says, hello, Nana Jolie. Evelyn, Sakapfet. So I just want to thank you all so very much. Stallion, before we leave, do you have any last words before we leave?
I think we covered pretty much all the topics today, unless anybody in the peanut gallery has any questions we need to address, or they may want a little bit of elaboration on.
And the, what did you say? In the what gallery?
I call it the peanut gallery.
The what gallery?
Peanut.
I'm telling you, you are a jokester. The peanut gallery. Anyone else have a question for Stallion? WG says, I don't like the fact that Haiti is more of a democratic country. Haitians are more Republican in spirit. Haitians we're bougie, and people associate bougie with money, but it's not, it's a behavior. It's a behavior. So if you are new to the channel, kindly share the channel with others, okay? Share the channel with others. Be sure you like and definitely subscribe to this channel if you've yet to do so. I want to thank each and every one of you all for spending this night with me. Thank you to Stallion for coming and spending this time with me, for joining. Thank you all so very much. Until next time, look out for some upcoming uploads between Jacmel and updates on our latest project. I look forward to us completing the project as soon as possible. It is rainy season in Haiti, and we definitely need to get this family out of the rain. So please share it with others. Thank you so very much. Okay. Thank you all so very much. You all have a blessed one. Have a blessed one.